How we doing there, boys and girls? Manthieus here and welcome back to another video. So in our quest to complete all of our trade skills, we're going to have to go out and farm some more materials, and today our focus is going to be on fiber. We're going to be trying to find as many hemp plants as we can possibly get our hands on. We're going to run through them and we're going to pick them all up. So there is one place in the world that is very popular for farming this, and I wanted to give you my take on it today. Yes, we are talking about Windswood. If we take a little bit of a look, we're at the western part of Windswood, north of Primrose. This little area is absolutely jam-packed full of hemp plants and is going to give you huge amounts of fibers. Dependent on how much competition you're going to have, you can get anywhere in the region of between sort of 5,000 to 7,000 fibers an hour through farming this. And I'll throw a little graphic up on screen of the exact route that I use, as it's not the normal route that many people use. I actually avoid Primrose almost completely for one of two reasons. Firstly, it's where the fast travel point is. That usually means there's a lot of foot traffic through there generally. Secondly, the fact that it's a very popular fishing spot, which means not only is there lots of foot traffic through there, people are chilling out and just, wasting time there, meaning any hemp that turns up almost instantly gets sniped by somebody else. So I tend to stick slightly north of that. I also follow up by wrapping around the fort. This tends to give a good little lap. Not only is it going to give you the hemp plants, which will give you the fibers, you can also gather up some silk threads and wire fiber on this route as well. Most people use this to level up their harvesting, meaning that you will probably get the pick of the draw if you've already leveled up harvesting when it comes to the higher materials, but there's definitely better places in the game to be farming those, but we're focusing today purely on fiber. Now, a few things to make aware of is that if you have a full harvest set, it will offer a benefit to you, but not a huge one. Luck doesn't have a huge play when you're harvesting hemp. It's really going to be for when you're trying to get more silk threads and wire fiber and you're hunting down those legendary stuff, having the extra luck. But one really big advantageous thing is having your sickle with not only harvesting yield, but if you can get it, a little bit of harvesting luck. But secondly, Azoth extraction. If you can get Azoth extraction on your sickle, you are good to go. You're going to be picking up, hopefully, plenty enough stuff that you never have to really worry too much about Azoth, and you can feel free to quick travel wherever you need. But without further ado, I will go and I will do a runabout. For the purpose of this video, I'm not going to use any trade skill buffs. I'm not going to use any proficiencies. I'm just going to run through for half an hour and see exactly what we can get. Through previous testing, it's been pretty good, but I won't spoil it too much. I'll go do the run and I'll meet you back in a few minutes. Alrighty, boys and girls, well, there we go. We're coming up to exactly half an hour of doing some farming on this route. We actually managed to complete basically 2.5 laps. I did come across a little bit of competition on the first lap that I did, so the numbers are a little bit skewed because of that, but it should also be noted that I wasn't using proficiency boosters. If you were to use proficiency boosters, you could easily be getting, what's the top one, like 10-15% more loot. What did we get then? We got just shy of 3,500 fibers in half an hour of running around. Additionally, we were able to pick up a few silk threads. We got kind of lucky, picked up some shade cloth. Not too valuable, but if you're trying to bump the item level of some lower level crafting, then it's cool to use. We did get some phase fiber. This is the same sort of thing that if you're trying to bump up the item level, probably of crafting a very specific piece of gear, this is useful to have. And we did get ourselves a little bit of wire fiber. So all in all, we could probably quite comfortably look at nearly 7,000 fiber an hour off this little route. If you get lucky with not much competition, do this in the off hours of the day, you can probably exceed that 7,000. Plus a proficiency boost to another 10-15% on top of that. I'm sure if the stars align, you could really do some magical things here, but the amount of fiber you can get very quickly and easily is really cool. That will allow you to push your harvesting much higher hopefully to the point where you can get it to 200 eventually, and in turn then you're weaving, and then probably finally after that, which is the reason I'm doing this, is to level up the armoring. But I'll leave it there for today, boys and girls. I hope this little route was useful to you. Let me know how you do with this one yourselves, and more importantly, let me know if there are any other more optimal, better farming routes for fiber, as I'm going to need a lot of this stuff to level up all of the professions, and so, you know, I'd love to hear from you. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it though, boys and girls. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.